Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with the Arduous Wolf. Today I want to talk about, for example, right, this is a big example. Let's say Greg comes out with news saying, oh, I'm going to add the MAUS. So, pretend this is the MAUS. We will go over the stats of the MAUS. So, turret armor wise, it would have what, about 230 on the hull, probably 270 on the turret, and about 350 on the gun mount. It would be extremely strong. It would be slow. It will only do 20. Acceleration rate will be probably maybe about 120, 130. Penetration would be the same. DPM would most likely be higher, and hit points will probably be about 3,000 to 3,100. How would she perform? Well, she would be more of a infantry tank. The MAUS is the E100 is alright, but it lacks its real armour. Its real armour, 240 on the turret, 210 on the front of the hull, and about 305 on the gun mantlet. That's her, proper armour. But, it's been balanced, so because it's got an insane rate of fire. The MAUS will probably have about 2,000 DPM. Standard. That will give it a base reload time, because the E100's reload time is 15 seconds. That will give it a base reload time of if we do this, so 2,000 divided by 440 equals so it will give it a base reload of 14.1 seconds. That is quicker than the E100, that's quicker than T10, that's quicker than the Conqueror, that's quicker than T185, that is even faster than the infamous T28 and the T28 prototype. 14.1 seconds base reload, and that's at level 1. Imagine it at level 20. That will probably be a reload of about 12.4, 12.3. So you're doing the exact same damage of the 100 every 12.3 seconds, and you have 3,000 hit points, better hull armor, better tail armor, better gun mount armor, same penetration. You will be slower. You will turn slower. Your turret will turn slower. You would be slower overall because you'd be more heavily armored. But the MAUS would be basically invulnerable at the front, because if you angle that turret like this and they can't see the turret cheeks, they're gonna have a really bad time getting through its side skirts. Its side skirts aren't as thick as the 100 side skirts, but it has basically two sections of side skirts. It has the upper side skirts that are about 160, 180 millimeters thick. The lower side skirts are about 140 to 150 millimeters thick, and then you've got the tracks that are actually thicker than the E100 tracks. The E100 tracks are about 50 millimeters thick. The MAUS's tracks are getting to the range of about 90 millimeters thick. They are really well armoured. So, not only do you have to get through 140, on the lower part, but you have to get through 80 to 90 millimeters of armor. And then for the upper part, not only do you have to get through 160 to 180 millimeters, but you have to get through again 80 to 90 millimeters. And if it's side scraped like this, it's not going to go through. No chance. Now, the MAUS has a incredibly small lower plate. The E100 has a fairly standard sized lower plate, but the MAUS is, well, how should I say this? It's less bulky. It's more, you know, it's slightly less wide, but the tracks are wider, so the lower plate is about that big. Very, very small target to hit. You can pen it, but again, because it would have about 230, 240 millimeters of hull armor at that kind of slope, the chance of you penning that, you would need a gun of about 270 to 80 millimeters of pen to pen that. And then for the turret, you might as well just give up. If you hit it front on, then yeah, you could pen it 270 to 260 millimeters thick. But if you hit it at an angle, or even like here, you're most likely going to bounce. But the gun will be incredibly good. Now, the MAUS will never ever be added, because the fact that it will be a pinata basically. But if the suggestions that I've given out, if Greg listens to the suggestions, gives it faster rate of fire, more armor, makes it slower, more health, much better DPM, same average pen, you know, better armor, worse acceleration rate, 5 to 10 kilometers an hour slower, this will become a DPM monster. Base DPM, I would say put it to about 1950 to 2000 DPM. And then when you get to crew level 20, it will become about what, 2100 to 2200 DPM. It will become an absolute monster. You would crush a lot of tanks. You would become scary on the battlefield, but because it's slow at turning, because it's slower than the MAUS, than the E100 at turning, because the turret will be slower, people will be able to flank you, but they have to be careful. This 128mm KWK L55, because this will rip them to pieces. The E100 has the 128mm KWK L55A, means that it's a better variant of the L55. The MAUS would have a better rate of fire to counteract with the slower traverse speed and the slower top speed. She would have better armor, more health, better DPM, maybe lower her pen to 259 or 254, but with that insane damage per minute, she will rip people to pieces. I think she'll be a pretty, you know, she may be useless, but with that insane DPM, I would say probably add her. Now, insane, some of you guys may be thinking, oh, insane DPM is about 3000 DPM, but when you got 128mm gun firing every 14 to 13 to even 12 seconds, doing between 560 to like 410 damage a shot, that's terrifying. When you think about that, if we do 450, so if we do 12.3 divided by 6 equals 25. So if you 60 divided by 4 equals 15. Alright, 60 divided by 4.5 equals 13.3. So the MAUS would have a rate of fire of about 4.5 rounds a minute. The E100 has DPM about 1900. Base DPM is about 1700. So, does 450 damage a shot. So the E100 has about a 4.1 rate of fire. So that's about 14.6 second reload when it gets to crew level 20. That is extremely terrifying. I mean, if we do the T10, the T10 does 1522, so it does about what, 500, about 490, so 490 so it has about 16-second reload, so that's, you know, that's pretty average. Yeah, 16.6 second reload the T10 has with crew level 20. Right now it has about 17.1 second reload with crew level 14. So I don't know, that's an insane jump from 122mm M62 T2 gun to 128mm KWK L55A. The MAUS would be even more extreme, a 13-second reload. Would that be too powerful? Probably, but it would counteract the slower speed, the slower to first speed. 3000 hit points sounds right. DPM sounds alright. You know, I think sounds alright. So 450 times 2700. So 450 times by 4,800. So yeah, it is a 4 second, no, 4 rounds a minute for the E100, and then the MAUS would be like 450 times. So yeah, if the MAUS had a 4.5 rounds per minute, it would have 2025 DPM base. That's extremely terrifying. So Leopard 1, right, has about what, 11 second reload. That has a 2100 damage per minute. The MAUS at level 14 15 would have about 2000 damage per minute. So stock, it would have about 1900 damage per minute, 1950. That's fairly strong. And then when it gets to level 20, it would have about 2200 DPM. That's really good for a tier 6 heavy tank. I would say it's tier 6. I would say it would sit between E100 and the Leopard 1. The MAUS would be, because when you think about it, everybody says, oh, don't have the MAUS because it will be a pile of steaming crap. But when you think about it, the MAUS having better DPM, more health, maybe slightly worse pen, 259 to 254, much better armor. Much, is that a bit of an understatement? Probably is. Slightly better armor, like 260, 270 on turret, 240 on the hull, 350 on the gun mantlet. Acceleration rate 220 to 230, top speed 20 to 25. It will be slower, but it will be a very, very strong tank, and I think it should be added. I really do think it should be added, because it will be a absolute murdering machine. 4.5 rounds a minute. Alright, so World of Tanks DPM calculator. So if we go to the DPM calculator, so 4.5 rounds a minute, right? Gun average damage 400, let's say 460. Loader skill, let's put rammer. Right, it would oh my fucking god. So at crew level 20, it would have a damage per minute of 2,157.94 damage per minute. Right, so what is it, like 260 damage per minute. Clip size, how many clips does it actually have? Oh, I can't select all of them, that's right. So the T10, right? Average damage is about what, 540. Rate of fire 3.9 rounds a minute. Whoa, actually no, I was wrong about the T10. Because it does more damage than the E100, it would actually have a similar damage per minute to the MAUS. It has a slightly better damage per minute than the E100, 2,105. Now, Conqueror, right? Average damage is about 400. Rate of fire is about 3.6. That'll put it at a damage per minute of about 1,439 at crew level 20. Am I correct? It's got 1,363 right now. So yeah, probably. T10, no, T125, sorry, 400 yet again. I think it has a better. Wish it wouldn't do that. Better DPM. Yeah. So. The T125 has about 4.2 rounds a minute. 4.2. So that's about a 16.5 second reload, probably 16-second reload. That's pretty good. Now the let's have a look. have a look here. What heavy tank can you? So, AMX 39, right? AMX 39, about what, 260 times 5. So, 100. So if we do 1,300, select second reload. No, it's about 50 seconds, isn't it? Ooh, rate of fire. So probably that's about a DPM of about 5,576 for the AMX. So let's just take the M4A1 Revolution, because I don't adore this tank, but it's a good tank. It's got a really nasty 105mm, so it does between 360 to 420. So if we do 390 rate of fire, it's about what? So it has about it has about the same rate of fire as the T125, so about 4.1 to 4.2 rate of fire, all round. That will put it as a DPM of about hang on a minute. No, hang on. DPM 4.5 rounds a minute. Or rate of fire, sorry. DPM 1,754. That'll be at crew level 20. So that is significantly higher. So if we do the Leo now, so 380 damage a shot. If we give it a 11-second reload, yeah, 2,280 damage per minute. That's bizarre. Actual level 20. Damage over 1 minute. Now I know that now what if we do, so basically the MAUS will be the highest damage per minute heavy tank in the game. So we're going to take the E100 out and basically just show you how the MAUS would actually perform. So of course it will be slower than the E100. Obviously the MAUS will be slower. But it would have a faster rate of fire. Probably knock off about a second or two. The reverse speed I would definitely like and I'm tracked. If we angle. Now, if we were in the MAUS, we'll be reloaded by now. But I mean, seriously, the The MAUS would have faster rate of fire. It would be slower. It would be slightly bigger target to hit. But I mean, you can't always have everything. Wow, that hurt. So the MAUS would have, how would I say this? The MAUS the MAUS would have better frontal armor, in my own opinion, but overall it will be weaker in the armor protection scheme. Why can't I fire? You fucking game, you. Don't know why it's lagging like this. I do apologise, guys. But the MAUS would be higher DPM monster than the E100 right now. I mean, the E100 is already a DPM monster in its own right. And we completely flubber-knocked that shot. Ooh, lucky shot. Nearly hit us. Lucky he didn't hit us, or otherwise we would have been headed there. Can we have a look here? Put a good shot into him, only 460 damage, that's a low damage roll. Now can we put another shot into this guy? No, can't, he's already dead. That's right. So it does reload pretty quickly, but what I'm basically trying to say is the MAUS would be slower. I know everybody, yes, it would be slower, but it would have a higher rate of fire. It would have most likely less pen, only slightly. It would have more armor. It would be slower. The acceleration rate would be worse. It would have more hit points, and the DPM would probably be about 200 to 300 more. It would be better machine. I would say make it 10 kilometers an hour slower, and then see how that goes. And if everybody like complains about it, saying it's too slow, then maybe put up to 5 kilometers an hour slower, because then that will work out. I don't know what is wrong with this game. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down. Put in the comment section what you would think if the MAUS was added. I think it would be superb if it was added. Greg, you know, just go over this. Just, you know, listen to my opinion. Yes, the MAUS would be slower. It would be more sluggish. Armor would be more, hit points would be more. You would have basically the same gun, same damage, slightly worse pen, huge increase in damage per minute. Would the MAUS be better? It would be better in more of a hold down position, but it will be more vulnerable to being flanked than the E100. And also, Greg, can you please fix the reverse speed of the E100, because that's what kills people in the E100, is its reverse speed. It's absolute garbage. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Put in the comment section what you think about the MAUS, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.